Hi, I'm Lee at Iridium. Hope you're doing all right today. Album review time from the car, obviously. So, Manimal, Armageddon. Now, I don't know the whole story about this, but this album was meant to be out quite a while ago. I think it's been moved back at least twice. Coming out on AFM Records now on December the 2nd. So, I mean, I don't know how this is going to affect the release of the band's album, because it might have lost some momentum. Hopefully not, because I'll tell you what, I love this album. It's heavy. I mean, they've had a few albums out now, and I have heard bits of the other albums. It's more of the same, but man, they are a brilliant band. Obviously, a true metal band. Sort of if you're a Priest and a Maiden fan, you'll like this, but I suppose you could say it's a bit heavier than that. It's sort of really heavy Priest and Maiden. So I absolutely love the album. I think it's really a real solid album from start to finish. I really do. I do run through the tracks, what I kind of do for you, but let me run you through the musicians first. You've got on vocals, you've got Samuel Nyman. Man, he's got a great voice, an absolutely superb voice, and of course he's got that Halford type, scream at the high end, and he's just so powerful, and his range is just superb. Actually, brilliant singer. On guitars, you've got Henrik Stenroos. There's lots of guitars on this album. I can only find one guitarist named on the album. Obviously, he does lots of stuff in the studio, rhythm guitar, just to back up the solos and stuff like that. There's a bit of twin leads and stuff like that on here. So, obviously, unless there is another guitarist and I missed it, Henrik Stenroos in the studio does all the guitars. And he is just amazing as well. This band are top notch, they really are. And on the bass and drums, I always put the bass and the drums together for some reason, because I do. That's the rhythm section, isn't it? So you've got Kenny Bufordine on the bass. Here we go with the pronunciations. And Andre Holmquist on the drums. It's probably terrible there. But both of them are just fantastic. They really keep it tight. And there's some real sort of fast drumming at times on this. Almost sort of tribal drumming, I would say. Fast tribal drumming. And of course the bass is just pounding away, keeping up with them drums. They are tight as fuck. They really are. So everyone in the band are fucking brilliant. I mean, this is in the vein of Priest, Maiden, maybe Primal Fear, that sort of stuff. Very heavy though, but very fucking melodic at the same time. There's some great songs on here. I'm going to run you through all the tracks. Burn in Hell, nice title, is the first track. Starts off with a bit of creepy sort of music, just to kick off the album. And then sort of doomy riffs come in. And then it's into the sort of full-blown metal assault that you get on this first song. Vocals soaring from the get-go. This is a medium-paced song, but you get really frenetic riffing, thrashy almost. It's a monster of a metal track. It really is, to kick things off. There's a great heavy breakdown, and that's what this band do a lot on this album in the latter part of the song. It's just fucking heavy. A great way to start off the album, indeed. Burn in Hell is excellent. Next up is Armageddon. This was a single. The heaviness continues at a faster pace this time. In this sort of song, it's like that Painkiller-esque riffing going on in this one. Singing at a lower range this time, but his range, no matter what he sings at, he's got a great tone to his voice. He does have that Halford scream at the high end, or the Ripper scream, if you like, whichever one you prefer. But his lower range is great as well. Again, a really heavy breakdown comes into this during the solo, just before the solo. So it's very, very cool indeed. Fucking heavy. Slaves of Babylon. For me, the best track so far out of the three. A great bass line drives this sort of medium pace metal track. Some cool sort of horror esque elements in the verses, like melodies, backed up by a great soaring chorus. Vocalist sometimes reminds me of Tony Harnell as well. He's got that sort of smoothness to his voice when he does the high end. Very cool indeed. Another crushing breakdown as well. They are great at that. That leads into the solo. Next up is Forged in Metal. This was a single. Those sort of heavy Painkiller-esque riffs again, a real heavy sort of tribal rhythm. I don't know, I wouldn't call it tribal as in he's just using those sort of the drums to do it. He's doing everything, but he's got a lot of pounding rhythm that sort of, for me, sort of gives me a tribal feel. That's in the verses anyway, and some insanely high vocals in the chorus and some great thrashy rhythm guitars. Again, great song, great song. Next up is another favourite of mine. This is a real strong one. This is Chains of Fury. This is actually the new single. And they've brought out a few singles now, obviously trying to keep the momentum going, like I said, because the album is not out yet. The band sound so fucking heavy here, with some great sort of groove, heavy riffing. The best single yet, as far as I'm concerned. This is about as heavy as it gets, with some sort of great war chants and a sort of brilliant lead vocal as usual. This is a great song, Chains of Fury. Absolutely brilliant. Evil Soul is next. Bit of a Maiden melody to kick things off, and then another pounding fast song with a simple chug in the chorus, in the verses, sorry. Vocals at that high range in the chorus, just spitting out that sort of, that I'm an evil soul lyric, which is pretty cool. The Maiden melodies return a bit later in this song, so a great song as well. On the faster, that was a faster paced song. Now, this song for me is the highlight of the album. This is called Path to the Unknown. A heavy riff leads into some of that tribal drumming to start, and we get one of the standout tracks with a real epic feel now. This almost has a more modern sounding chorus. I love the way the track keeps changing up by having the drums come in and out of the song. So you get lots of sort of light and shade through the song. An absolutely outstanding song. Path to the Unknown is amazing. Master of Pain is next. Some more tribal drumming, and what you get here is you get some hung out riffs. Kick this one off, and we're going to some really heavy stop-start riffs with those really insane high vocals again. A simple chorus where the title of the track is sang, but really, really effective. Master of Pain is a great track. Insanity is next, and we are ending. We've got a couple of songs to go, and it's ending really strong as well, the album. Insanity is a great track, a real groove-laden metal riff here. This is another standout medium-paced song with a great chorus with some brilliant verses to match. The band really shine on that medium-paced sort of level for me. And that's sort of a little bit like, I'm a little bit like with, also with Primal Fear. I love it when they hit you with a medium-paced songs, and I think the heaviness is really ramped up because of it. And we end the album with another single, The Inevitable End, which is a great song. Fast-paced tribal drumming start off. Then we get a great soaring chorus that really sort of pulls you in. Again, some really cool modern metal elements mixed with classic metal as well here. So, man, absolutely brilliant. I hope the band, you know, sort of get some success from this album. It could go either way, you know, because people have been waiting for the album. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You guys have really got to check this out. If you're into proper metal, excellent musicianship, the drumming and the bass guitaring are just fantastic, and the soaring vocals are just amazing. Great band, great album, highly recommended. Check this one out. I'll see you next time.